I just want beautiful long nails like everyone else. So we can do something about that. So I dived into the internet and went on a hunting expedition for some information. So today we're going to talk about what nails are, what are the different parts, what is the cuticle, what is the eponychium, and what are nails even made of, and we can do something about it. So I also go over nail growth factors, so things that affect how fast and durable your nails grow out to be, and some ways, tips, and tricks on how to make them last. And of course, how to take care of yourself and just really keep your hands looking really young and beautiful. We have fingernails and what it does. So the fingertip actually provides increased sensitivity when you pick up things. So there's a counter force on the other side as you're trying to grip things. So it gives you better sense. And you might be wondering, what is it made of? It is a structural protein called alpha keratin. So the alpha just refers to which type of keratin it is. There are beta keratins as well. It is the same protein in your hair, claws, hooves, horns of other invertebrates. So the surface area of your nail varies, but we do know how thick it is generally. It is around half to 1.0 millimeters thick. So there are some nails like your thumb and toenails that are thicker than these other nails. The cells are dovetailed together to prevent exfoliation like your skin cells. So they're not actually supposed to wear off and get thinner. They're supposed to just stay strong and thick the whole time as it grows out. And you might be wondering, what are the different parts? So here's a picture, and I'm going to show you on my nails. First, we have the nail plate, the actual like real estate of what you can paint. Then we have the nail bed. So if you look at your nail in profile, the nail bed is the under part of the nail plate. It is where the cells are alive and it's growing to make you a longer and longer fingernail. So the parts to the nail bed, we have the matrix and the root. So it's kind of hidden in this cuticle or eponychium area. You can't actually really see it. What you can see is this half moon situation where that is the visible part of your matrix that's growing your nail. So it's called the lunula, and like in Latin, lunar means moon. It's this moon-shaped part of your matrix. So your matrix is actually a circle. Now we have the long debated cuticle versus eponychium. So they're actually two different things. The cuticle is referring to the dead skin that is hanging here on this edge. The eponychium is alive, and it's the cells that is growing and pushing out to this free edge. So it is okay to cut the cuticle, right, with your trimmers, but it is not okay to cut your eponychium, because what happens then is you open up this area for bacteria and fungus to invade your body and give you a horrible infection. We have the hyponychium, which is here on the underside. As you know, if you know your prefixes, hypo means low or beneath. So it is also refers to the quick, as in the phrase cutting to the quick. I know lots of people, men usually, where they love their nails right at the quick. I personally hate that, because then I get the situation where it pushes my hyponychium back and it's really painful, because essentially, that's a torture technique. And then we have our free edge. So this is the edge where you can do different shapes. I always do this classic squoval edge, where it's a mix between an oval and a square. and it's the most durable for me. So you do whatever you want. You can grow however long you want. This is just like the kind of length that I can sustain without ripping my nails because I use my hands a lot. So big picture, so growth, it is by the process of keratinization. So it's the transformation of living tissue under your nail bed into hardened and dead cells, which make up your nail plate. And they are actually translucent. So what you see, this pinkness, is from the blood capillaries that are underneath, like your blood carrying the nutrients to each of the cells that are still alive under this layer. And now we're gonna talk about some problems that you might experience or see. So you can see on my nails, there are little ridges. I also have ridges going this way, and I have some ridges going this way. And let's see what they mean. Vertical lines, they come from uneven growth. So if you look at your nail, like you have your hand out, it looks like mountains and valleys. And thankfully, ridges are normal. So you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have some disease and you don't have some syndrome. Unfortunately, it does increase with age. So you'll see more and more ridges as you get older. I have a good friend, she has a lot of ridges, but that's just because she's in her 50s. Do not ever try to buff them out, because if you do that, then you're trying to lower each mountain, each ridge down to the valley, which means you will have really, really thin, brittle, weak, easy to break nails. So what you can do is just buy some ridge filler if it bothers you that much. Next, we have horizontal lines. One example of this is called bow lines or Mies lines. And this could happen if you push your cuticle back way too harshly and digging in with excessive pressure. And it happens because you've damaged the matrix of your nail. The matrix, remember, is the growing active live cells that becomes your nail bed. Some serious illness versions, they are bow lines or Mies lines, like in this picture. And that means like you have some underlying condition that you really need to see a doctor about. We have white spots, and it's actually an injury to your nail, punctate leukonychia. And it's actually a myth where it's calcium deficiency. And if you see Mies lines where it's a serious illness, then you have an entire line of white spots, and that's really bad, right? Something is affecting the growth of your nail plate. I'm going to try to say punctate leukonychia. I'm going to have to look that up. We have yellow nails, and it is from polish staining your nails, or you are peeling like an orange or some vegetables like I do, or you have yellow nail syndrome, which is really bad, and you have some sort of like disorder and you really need to check out a doctor. So how you can get rid of this is just simply soaking your nails in a light acidic solution like lemon juice for 10 to 15 minutes. You can also use hydrogen peroxide with baking soda if you prefer to make a paste, and then just rinse it off. Next, obviously, is infection of some kind. Usually it's fungus that is infecting our nails, and less common is the bacterial infection. And you can also diagnose or see your disease reflected in your nails, like thyroid disease, lung disease, liver disease, kidney problems, you have lupus, and of course there's more. So for a long time, doctors or physicians have used nails as a way to see if you are healthy. If you have weakened brittle nails and have broken a nail, I know, the worst of the worst, then you really need to look at your diet. If you are vegetarian or vegan, you really need to start incorporating more protein into your diet, whatever kind that is good for you. And if you're just a regular meat eater and you just haven't had enough protein, this is probably contributing to your weak nails. You can also take some vitamin supplements, vitamin A, vitamin B, iron, and biotin. They all will help you create new cells so you grow nails faster and longer, and iron to help you carry nutrients because blood circulation and all that. And biotin there's been some studies to say this helps with the keratin production and cell turnover. And so obviously if you just want beautiful nails, you just got to avoid the damage. There's physical damage from like you hitting things or you're trying to open something and then bam, you have a broken nail. There's also chemical damage, like you work with a lot of chemicals, you paint, you're using paint thinner, a lot of solvents, you wash the dishes 24/7, right? So you just gotta avoid damage to your hands and your feet as much as possible. Wear gloves, right? That's why they were invented. Wear gloves. So nails, even though they look impregnable, they are actually porous. Your nails naturally hold 7 to 12% water, and so when you're washing the dishes or taking a bath, it will soak up a lot of water, and your nails actually change physical shape in relationship to the excess water that it absorbed. It is actually studied to be more permeable than skin. So it is actually very important what kind of substances you apply to your nails. So are you using toxic, bad for you nail polishes? So let's go over what some of those mean and what kind of chemicals we're talking about. First, the industry have started to talk about and label good for you polishes by calling it 3 free or 5 free. So if it's 3 free, it does not have 3 of these things listed. So number 1, formaldehyde is a very strong preservative that gives that strong odor, and it's obviously bad for you because it's a carcinogen and it's a skin irritant that causes contact dermatitis. Toluene is a very common solvent to help carry the pigments and the color and obviously the polymer that makes nail polish. And it's bad for you because it's a neurotoxin when you inhale it too much. Phthalates are plasticizers, which gives the nail polish flexibility and that beautiful shine. And it's bad for you because it's been shown to have reproductive effects, like bad effects. And if it's nail polish that is 5 free, then it'll have 2 additional things removed from the formula. So number 4 comes to formaldehyde resin. It adds depth, gloss, and hardness, but it is a common skin allergen. We have camphor at number 5. It is another plasticizer for elasticity and shine, and it does cause nausea, dizziness, and headaches if you inhale it too much. There is even a step further called 7 free. So in addition to the 5 ingredients I just said, it will also not have 2 additional things. Ethyl tazonamide at number 6, another plasticizer to increase durability and longevity of your nail polish. However, it is already banned in the European Union, so it really makes you wonder why it's allowed in the USA. It is a skin irritant. Xylene is a very common solvent, but it is an allergen. So with all of that bad news, what kind of nail polish brands are 7 free? So here are 7 brands that are 7 free. We have Smith & Colt, really beautiful packaging. Butter London, awesome polishes, formula, and of course colors. Deborah Lipman with the Gel Lab Pro. Ella+Mila that you can find at Target. 10/10, Olive and June, and of course Pacifica, which is already known for their vegan and cruelty-free formulas for other skincare and bath products. So the Rosie Report. If you want to be a minimalist, which I often want to be sometimes, you can just spend $1, get the Wet n Wild clear nail protector, and put a nice clear coat on top of your naked nails. You can also even go more natural, help grow your nails, and just get yourself some vitamin E oil, and that is your cuticle oil that you apply hopefully at least once a day. We have the budget option coming at $2.99, Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear. They have hundreds of colors and lots of finishes, from shiny to matte to super glittery, you name it, they have it. We have my recommendation coming in at $18 to start you off is the Essie Gel Couture, my absolute favorite. I have multiple bottles. This is the only regular nail polish I own now. You need their color, and then step 2 is their matching top coat. You do not need a base coat because their color is like a base coat and color all in one. And if you buy them separately, they're $10.50 each. And if you just want, like, what is the regular, like, best of the best? That comes in at $10.50 for C&D Vinylux. And C&D is like the best brand out there for nail polish for a reason. So you should definitely check it out. We have the Healthy 5 free, and remember, actually they are 7 free. So a budget would be Ella+Mila. They cost as much as Essie, and Essie is only 3 free. But if that doesn't bother you, then you know they make a great formula, and so is Ella+Mila. The luxe version of that is of course Butter, London, and Smith & Colt, and there's even more like Tom Ford. So really cool, right? So I hope you guys learned a lot about nails and how to take care of yourself, and let me know what your curiosity is for the next day. And if you guys are interested, I have a video up about gel nails and how long they last and if it's good, how to remove them and all of that. And also I'll be posting a battle of the top coats and base coats by OPI coming soon. So if you guys are interested in that, look at my other videos, and look forward to seeing you guys next time. And let me know down in the comment box what you guys are curious about with your nails. I'll also be hopefully posting about lip things soon, so look forward to that.